Hi, everyone. Today we're joined by head coach Dan Fisher, along with Lekator member Mene and Shinaza and Day. We will start with an opening statement from Coach Fisher, followed by questions for Coach Fisher, and then questions for our student athletes. Please state your name and your media affiliation and use the raise hand or chat function, and we will call on you. Coach Fisher, the floor is yours.
Well, just want to congratulate the girls on this team, on the Pitt Panther team, number one, that have put all the work in to get them, especially the returners, the ones that have been dreaming about this and planning for it, and getting back in the same situation we were in last year is it's a lot that goes into it. And I know how meaningful this is for our team. Also want to congratulate Kansas on an incredible run. You know, we didn't really have much of an answer for them in the middle. I thought we didn't do a great job there, but we were able to serve tough enough to limit how much they could get the ball to the middle. And I think we did a pretty decent job against their pins. Then on our end, I thought offensively, we just showed a lot of balance. Even at the end, we were getting the ball to Rachel a little bit. We just had a lot of weapons tonight, and was really proud of our balanced attack.
We'll take questions for Coach Fisher. Andrew?
Coach Andrew, University of Kansas. Just talk about what this means. Same spot as last year, but unfortunately, one game shy. Just what are the emotions like?
Well, a bit of relief because, you know, it's like, it's a lot of work just to get back into that spot. But also just a lot of gratitude. I think, you know, we said it from the start of the year. We knew going in that we weren't, you know, the favorite to win the championship this year, but we thought we could do it, and we believed in ourselves. And so, you know, we don't know if we will advance, but we know we can. So I think we just feel really grateful to be here, and we're going to give it everything we got.
What was the message to the team that timeout, first set down 8-3, but then 10-0 scoring run, put you up 17-11? What did you tell your team there?
Mostly just to start hitting the ball in bounds. I think we were a little too juiced, and kind of we need to improve on that. We were a little bit like that in the previous round. So yeah, we got to take the court a little bit more poised.
Alex?
Hi, Dan. You talked a lot about serve receive being a big part of this match. How do you think you guys did in that department today?
Not our best serve receive game, but we hung in there, and I do think we won the serve pass battle. So good, not great.
Craig? Craig, you there?
Oh yeah, sorry, I couldn't hear you there. There's a little bit of background noise here. Dan, how did you you had talked yesterday about how you thought that there were some facets of Kansas that you thought y'all would be able to exploit and take advantage of. I guess now that the match is over, what did you think that those were, and how did you do in those various areas?
Well, I think from the service line, not many teams had really exclusively gone after zone one and the libero. We started out that way, but then she kind of settled in at the end, so we had to switch our serving tactic. But I think it worked for the first two sets. And then we just, you know, the way we line up our block too, we thought we could do a few things to make them uncomfortable there. But yeah, those two were the main things.
Any other questions for Coach Fisher? Oh, Richie.
Coach, after a bit of a slow start in the first set, what did you tell your team in the timeout that caused you guys to come out so hot afterwards and sort of take complete advantage of the set?
Yeah, we were just making a lot of attacking errors. I think we had a service there too, so we gave them a lot of easy points. So there was just mostly just to keep the ball in play.
All right, we'll move on to questions for our student athletes. Alex?
Yeah, since you were on last year's team, last year you guys were the unseeded team knocking off the 3 seed. Now you're kind of in the reverse position. What has it been like on this run to kind of be a favorite instead of the underdog? Has that changed, I guess, the mindset at all?
I mean, yes and no. I think there's always added confidence with getting a higher seed, but also I think we try to play with an underdog mentality and kind of playing with a chip on our shoulder. And I think that helps us a little bit more than just being overconfident, like Fish said yesterday.
Craig?
Yeah, we had talked with Coach Fisher yesterday about Kansas's outside hitters and how impressive they were as players. Who are out there. I guess what sort of challenge did they present, and how do y'all feel like you did against them?
I think we did a pretty good job. They're good hitters, and they were really comfortable with some weird plays and weird situations, and they were finding creative ways to score. But I think we lined up pretty well and made them uncomfortable and made some plays.
Andrew?
For either one of you two, every round you advance, like I said, there's some bit of relief, you made it, but still a lot of volleyball to play. What's your mindset going forward?
Like Fish said, I think, we don't know if we will, but we know we can. And so that's kind of the mindset we're going into. I think we're confident. I think we know we deserve to be here. We've worked to be here. We're taking it one day at a time, and enjoying these moments together and just staying present.
And coaches obviously say different things to players because they kind of see the game in a different light. But what do you guys think that you capitalized on that?
I think we capitalized on our balance. I think it's hard for teams to stop us because in any moment, any one of us can go off. At any moment, any one of us can get a kill, And I think that helps us out because then we feel free. Like if I'm not getting the job done, I know my teammates can, And so we're kind of sharing the burden, sharing the weight that way. And I think it makes us a scary team.
I think she said it perfectly.
Dominic?
Yeah, I wanted to know what your opinions were on the crowd today. I know it's a 1 p.m. Thursday game, so a bit weird, but how would you make of their importance to the game today?
What'd you think of the crowd?
Oh, I think it's always good playing at home. You can feel the love, and like even when we're not down, like I feel like our crowd lifts us up. So I think it's really good that we're back here on Saturday, and I hope it's going to be a bigger crowd, and they're just going to continue to feed us energy.
Any other questions for Pitt? Alex?
Yeah, we talked a little bit about it yesterday. I was just wondering for any of the players, how did it feel kind of adjusting from going from playing in the Pitt to playing in the Fitz for a playoff caliber game?
I mean, we practice in the field house every day, so it just feels like we're playing at home. And I think when we were in the Pitt, like we are really good on the road as well too. So once again, like we're up for the challenge, and we made it feel like home, even though it wasn't our home. So.
Yeah, we had talked a little bit earlier about that the timeout in the first set when Kansas was up 8-3. You all called a timeout. I think Kansas had gotten within, it was like 20 to 16 there in the third set. What message was passed along to you guys in that time? And what do you remember the overall message and tone of that final timeout being like?
You said the final one or the first one?
Yeah, the final timeout there in the third set.
I think we know that Kansas is a good team, and I think we kind of let them off a hook a couple times. So that was kind of the message, was like, it's not over. Like a lead this big, like we can't give it up, and just continuing to put pressure on them, basically.
I guess in a moment like that, when you're 5 points away from moving on, can it be, even as a focused player, can it be difficult to not kind of think ahead some?
Yeah, I think it has to be like a conscious choice of, focusing on the now. Because yeah, it is really easy to kind of think about the next game or what's in the future. But I think we work a lot on like pulling ourselves back to the present, and I think those are the kind of moments where it really helps.
Hello.
Yeah, this question specifically for Lecator. How is this season, being your first one at Pitt, how's this playoff run sort of lived up to your expectations for coming to Pitt and what you thought you were going to be experiencing coming in?
I don't think I really had any expectations on what it was going to be like coming here to Pitt. Like I was just completely and over. I think I'm just really, really grateful for the opportunity. And I just knew that I was just going to ride with my dogs wherever that took us, whether that was, not making it to the tournament or making it all the way to the championship like we really wanted to be. So definitely exceeded my expectations for sure, like coming in as not playing last year. But yeah, just really, really grateful for the opportunity to play with these girls and play with these coaches. Like, dream come true.
Got time for one more. Anybody? All right, we'll wrap it up. Thanks, Pitt.
Thank you.